Howdy, welcome back to SlydeBytes. Just a fun little playing intro there. This is going to be the first video of the new year, so Happy New Year to all of you. I hope you had a great one. So, if you're not familiar with the channel, this is a budget guitar and gear review channel. All the equipment you see on this channel is my own. Nothing is provided to me by any companies or anything like that. I'm going to say sorry now for the glare from the overhead light. I can't stand it, but this is the best angle I could get of everything I'm trying to talk about today. So, just a forewarning, you might hear some weird sounds in the background, that sort of thing. My beagle's in here, and so is my deaf dachshund. He's passed out in the corner in his little doggy bed over there with his tongue hanging out. Anyway, so if you hear any weird sounds, it's them rooting around and hanging out with me. So, I did this last year. I kind of want to do this again. I kind of like taking a step back and looking at what has been done, what were the best products that I felt like I reviewed, or some of the most outstanding products I reviewed in the year prior, and then use that as a springboard into the new year, because I've already got new products to review for this year. So yeah. So anyway, sorry I wasn't here last week. I was just really busy with all the holidays and everything else. So Christmas keeps me really, really busy. I hope you had a Merry Christmas, and again, Happy New Year. So here we go. Let's just talk about it. Let's dive right into the top 5 products I reviewed this past year, and we'll be thinking about what's coming this coming year. So start off with, we were playing this Jackson JS22 DKA dinky archtop in this beautiful blue color. I have shimmed the bridge on it, so it is a hardtail basically, and it is in drop A, which is really fun to play in. We'll go ahead and flip on my amp again. Just turned it off for some sound suppression in the room while I'm talking here. But once we get it running, so yeah, fun to play for sure. This is a great guitar. Goes around $199 on Sweetwater, where I bought it from. Very, very fun guitar, and I highly recommend it, honestly. Drop A is pushing it a little bit on this guitar with the 2-point trim on it, but honestly, it's doing okay overall. Some upgrades I eventually would like to do to this thing, but honestly, as it is, if you just run it as is, you got a good guitar. 24 frets, Amaranth fretboard, very comfy, fast neck, good profile on it. It's 12 to 16 compound radius, I believe, on this one. Not all of them have that. Some of them have just a straight 12 radius. I believe this one has the compound. It is a graphite rod reinforced neck too, so it's got extra strength in there to prevent bowing and too much movement with changes. Jackson stock pickups always sound really good. I always like Jackson stock pickups, but I actually kind of thinking of getting some EMG HZs and throwing them in there, although I just listened to an interview where Jim was talking about, I think it was with PMT UK. Anyway, Dagan, Jim Root was talking about maybe dropping or trying to in the future drop a passive set of his pickups. So maybe I'll just hold off and see if he does that. So anyway, I do highly recommend this though. This is a great guitar, and I was really, really happy to add this one to the collection. I love Jackson, and yeah, it's just a shredder. It really is. So again, go back and watch this review if you're interested in it, but I will just say this is one of my favorite products I reviewed this past year. blew me away at the way it played and the way it felt. And at the price point you're at these days, it just, I mean, you get a lot of money for what you pay anymore. It just is how it is. Gear no longer costs, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars to get decent sounding stuff anymore. Just things have changed, things have gotten better. CNC manufacturing, which is what I work in myself, has just gotten really, really good. And yeah, gone are the days of $200 guitars basically being useless. Nowadays they're pretty good. They're really good. So next, we'll just talk about it since it's right here and it's on. The orange Micro Dark back here. Now you're a little far off. We'll pull you just a little bit closer to it. But that light is just going to blind out everything I do. But for such a simple little hybrid tube amplifier, it's basically got a single 12AX7 and the rest of it is all solid state. It is a great little amp head. We are running through the Kustom Fender 12-inch cab down below here underneath the Behringer, because I basically use the Behringer like a head now too. But anyway, this has been a great amplifier. We can turn the volume back up. We are running the Behringer Vintage Tube Overdrive as a boost, but let's go ahead and roll the gain back for a second. Let's go to neck pickup and change the shape down to about middle for a second. Lotkey analog delay going for some effect here, and yeah, we are running the Behringer Tube Overdrive into it. Now let's shut that overdrive off for just a second, because that was the third item that we were talking about. Back on the bridge. The volume is only about at 9 o'clock on that thing, and the shape and the gain are both right in the middle. Guitar volume is just slightly rolled off. Let's go ahead and give it full volume. Cleans up pretty nice, but then you roll that volume back off a little bit. Very, very awesome, versatile little amplifier. And of course, we'll turn the volume back down on it and crank the shape and gain up and just let you hear what it sounds like with just that delay going for a little bit of ambience in the room here, but no boost. Vicious amplifier. And again, we are running the Behringer Tube Overdrive. I will just put a picture up here for you guys, because that was the third product. I'll also put a picture up here with the settings that I've been using, because it is a fantastic little pedal, and with that little overdrive pedal you could get pretty much any tones you wanted out of this amplifier. Because you got all your clean, you got pretty thick gain sounds, and you kick on that, roll this back up here, roll that back up, and just a very, very fun combination of things. Again, this is only 20-watt amplifier. It is crazy how loud it can get. Again, I can't even hardly get the volume past 3 o'clock, and when it's the gain on, it doesn't. I mean, right about here. I mean, we're just right here on the dial. We're so low, I can't get it any louder than that. And that beeping, by the way, is the LED in my tuner. For some reason, this tuner has always done that. Sorry about that. But anyway, this thing is just loud. It would be a great backup amplifier. I use it to record music pretty often for my Instagram and TikTok and all that. It's just a very fun amplifier. I'm running that with the Behringer tube amp. I've been running that with the Behringer vintage tube Overdrive. Like I was just mentioning, that thing is a great pedal. You can get a lot of tones. I use it as a boost, but it is another great one. People complain about the Behringer pedals being plastic. I have never broken one. I have so many of them now. I have probably most of the ones they produce. Never broken one. I have one that's been with me for probably, I'd say, almost a decade and a half now, and it is still running just fine. That would be the Behringer digital reverb. It is, again, an old pedal, no signs of going out anytime soon. So that pedal will probably outlive me. So yeah. Anyway, so moving on, we'll talk about the next big point of this. So the last two items I really wanted to say were just outstanding this year were this Fender Rumble 25 bass amplifier and the Squier Debut precision bass. Both of these are very affordable. Both of these are running about $130 right now, which is insane. You can get this whole rig basically for $260 without tax. So you get this whole rig for sub $300. I mean, you could even throw your cable in there and still probably be under $300. We did have the Behringer digital reverb going for a minute, but I shut it off for the last little bit. We were just using the amps built in the Overdrive circuit, and I think we've got the contour on, if I remember correct. When this came to me, it did have some cosmetic issue on the back. I mean, you can probably still maybe see it. Yeah, you can see those lines on there. That's not from the camera. That is actually from the cardboard because they didn't, wrap it up very well, and it got some moisture in there. But this is a satin finish, so you're going to expect to see some of those lines. And there's a kind of a weird mark that goes this way on there. Anyway, again, satin finish, it's going to show some wear. I'm okay with that. I actually think it looks kind of cool, and I hope it does wear in. I think it'll look really neat. But for $130, you're into a name brand, basically. You're into the Fender family with the Squier P-Bass here, and it is a really fun instrument to play, very lightweight, very comfortable, and honestly, I use this to record a lot of music for my TikTok and Instagram accounts, and it sounds great. It's honestly one of the most fun basses I've handled in a while. It reminded me, I started off as a bass player. I always I have a promise to remember my bassists and remember to review bass gear because it is important to me. And I play bass just like a guitar. Some people love that, some people hate it. But I use a pick, and I always do power chords or anything else in bass. I don't really care. It's an instrument. There are no rules. This is rock music or blues. There's no rules. Have fun. Play the way you want. But this has been a great instrument, and this has been a great bass guitar amplifier. I can't even begin to recommend it enough because this amp is, again, 25 watts, and I only had the volume up very far on this thing at all. It has a lot more to go, and it is loud. I took a peek back there. The volume on that thing is not even past what would be it's a traditional clock. It's not even past maybe 7, and it's already this loud. It has plenty more to go, so you could get very loud with this thing. It would be a good little like small gigging solution in both of these. This thing holds tune very well. And I'm very, very impressed. Again, $130 for both. For this amplifier is $130. This bass guitar is $130. You cannot go wrong. This is one of the best setups I've played in a while. And honestly, the things I wanted to show today, that guitar was $200. This is about $200. The pedal is about $25 to $35. As long as you just get a cab to go with it. The cab you can get for these things, it goes, I think, around $100. You can build all these under $1,000 and build really nice rigs. Honestly, it's incredible these days. I think, let's see, 200, 400, 500. You'd be under 600 probably to build a full rig for the guitar rig, and under 300 to build a bass guitar rig. And they're fun. You can play these out, in small areas or whatever, practice with them at home. They're quiet enough to do that. It's very small gigs, you could do that with these. They're awesome, and that's why I wanted to recommend them, because I got back, I sat down and was thinking back. Yeah, I reviewed some really expensive gear this past year, but this channel is always about the budget guitar gear, and it will always be. Number one priority is the budget guitar gear, and there's just great stuff out there, and I'm hoping this year we find even better deals, better products, better prices, and we help each other find good gear and good prices, because that's what this is all about. And I do have more gear reviews coming up soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope this was fun. Take a refresher, look back at this, see some budget rigs in action, see what I thought were my best, what I thought were the most standout products that I reviewed last year. The things that stuck out to my mind is just the best deals, and I really do think that these products, the Jackson JS22, Dinky, the Orange Micro Dark, the Behringer tube amp, or the Behringer vintage tube overdrive, the Squier debut precision bass, which is available exclusively through Amazon as of this time, to my knowledge, and the Fender Rumble V25 are the top 5 products I reviewed last year. I definitely recommend them all to you. I think they're great, and I don't think you're going wrong with any of these. And I think if you wanted to build a rig for somebody, regardless what kind of music you're in, you could probably make any of these work. I've seen videos of John Mayer playing, I think it was Jackson's or Chevelles or one or the other. And you can play anything on any of these. There's no rules. Have fun, buy what you like, but I'm going to do my best to find some good deals for you guys this year and review some cool stuff. So anyway, like I said, I do have some stuff coming up here in the future. Hope you guys stick around and watch that. If you guys like what I'm doing, you feel like I've earned it, maybe this was helpful to you, please consider liking and subscribing. That does go a long way to helping this little guitar channel grow. If you like the music you hear in the background, anything I play, the way I play, you can also check me out on Instagram, TikTok, SoundCloud, and X, when I remember to post on X and SoundCloud, because I forget they exist, both of them. Horrible memory at that. But you can find me on all those platforms. I'm often posting on Instagram and X, I'm often posting on Instagram and TikTok, but I do post on all those platforms. So you can find me over there, check it out, join the community. It's really fun. Have a fun, good time writing original music and posting it, sharing it with the community over there. So yeah, come on over and join in. It's really fun. Other than that, guys, this year is going to be a little different. It won't be like an every week upload. It's going to be just whenever I can get the chance, because I am very busy. Remember, I do work a full-time job still, so yeah, married life, full-time job, got pets, got family, got things I got to take care of. So it's been very difficult to keep trying to post every single week, so I'm not going to stress myself out too much over that this year. We're just going to upload still fairly often. It's maybe like, if you don't see me, for a week, I'm not going anywhere. I'll be back as soon as I can. So just bear with me on that, please. I do have a membership program if you're interested. That just goes to support this channel and help me fund new gear. But again, we all have bills to pay. I totally understand. No obligations. Not going to sit here and beg. It's just there if you're interested and you want to help out. Anyway, guys, thank you again so much. I appreciate all of you. You mean the world to me. Don't have anything else for you this week. I will be back soon with more guitar content. Keep shredding, partners. Be kind to each other. Be kind to animals. I will see you soon. Bye.